the natural enemy of tigers. As recorded in the Shanhai Jing, the Jules tribe has always preyed on tigers and leopards. On a day 3 years ago, the normally solitary Jules tribe gathered together again, intent on crossing the Baishan Mountains and exterminating the tigers. But the Baishan guardian, Alan, protected the tigers, and slaughtered the Jules tribe almost to the last. However, the younger brother of the spiritual response king, Whitebrow, secretly cast a spell, rescuing the leader of the Jules tribe, and then erased his memory and trained him to be human. This Buddhist bead is the object that seals Jules' beast form. As Renato's palm strikes down, Jules' neck spurts blood, and the Buddhist bead scatters on the ground. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Renato pounces on Jules from behind with his remaining strength, and bites his neck fiercely, but Jules remains calm, still persuading Renato to leave quickly. As the seal was lifted, Jules gradually transformed into his beast form. In his beast form, Jules' combat power skyrocketed. Renato was instantly powerless to fight back. Faced with the insurmountable gap, and the suppression of his bloodline, Renato's gaze became confused, and his body trembled involuntarily. This feeling instantly reminded him of his childhood. About 10 years ago, at the foot of the western mountains of Baishan, his master discovered strange footprints during a patrol. Later, the master and his 2 apprentices found a large number of tiger corpses in a canyon. Alan deduced that it was the doing of the Jules tribe. As the guardian of Baishan, Alan had long hated and despised the Jules tribe. But the abundance of Jules footprints was also particularly unusual. The Jules tribe was naturally brutal, and even cannibalized their own kind. Their appearance in such large numbers was truly rare. Suddenly, Alan heard a strange sound coming from a crevice in the rocks. It turned out to be a young Renato, who had witnessed his entire tribe being annihilated. The traumatic experience had a profound impact on his young mind, causing him to become unusually violent. Alan had no choice but to erase all of his memories, and Renato grew up under his care. 10 years later, he remembered the scene from his childhood and decided to protect Alan as child without hesitation, even though he knew that his body had reached its limit. He charged towards Jules, using the Mudo spell to teleport behind him and attempt a fatal strike from behind, but Jules had also teleported behind Renato and grabbed him, before ruthlessly impaling him with a single blow. Renato had no chance of fighting back. Meanwhile, Wang Hyo had noticed something strange in the forest while descending the mountain. It turned out to be a group of humans wearing animal skins, hoping to take advantage of the conflict between the two sides. Wang Hyo killed them all and even collected their souls. Now that Jules had finished his fight, Wang Hyo remembered Whitebrow's warning not to let him find out about the child's identity. If Jules were to discover that Renato was Alan's child, it could ruin everything. When Wang Hyo arrived, he found Renato and